Viewmasters, it's the podcast that we do. Viewmasters, talk about movies that we view. Viewmasters, my friend Eric and me, Joe. Viewmasters, hey, let's start the show.
Hey, welcome to the Viewmasters, episode 327, The Black Phone. My name is Eric.
My name is Joe.
Hello, Joe.
Hello, Eric.
How are you?
I'm fine. I'm coming to you from the Black Phone.
Are you now?
Yes, I am.
It's weird.
You're in grave danger.
Oh, Jesus.
Don't you hang up on me.
Oh, okay, I won't.
No, I'm not coming to you from the Black Phone.
I mean, I could see you, so...
Yeah. Well, I mean, the kid could see the people who were talking to him on the Black Phone.
Could he?
Sometimes they showed up to him.
Did they?
Though, at least one time.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I saw them, but...
Well, yeah, I mean, we saw them as well, yes.
Because that was just a visual element of the movies.
Yes, we are omniscient in the movie. And in real life.
Yes.
We see all and know all.
We are gods.
Yeah. We are as gods.
Twist to the Viewmasters.
Yeah. I bet you didn't know. Bringing to you 327 episodes in that we are as gods. Oh boy. How the hell are you?
Not great.
Oh no. I'm sorry to hear that.
It's okay.
I would pat you on the back, but I think that would make things worse.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I'm not going to do that.
I appreciate that. Yeah, we took a couple weeks off, partially because I was getting a new computer.
Mm-hmm.
Yay! So it probably won't affect anything on the listener end.
Yeah.
But boy, it's a lot quicker than the old one.
Yeah, it seems to. It
yeah.
seems to be.
Hopefully a little quieter. And then I have been severely injured, and I don't know how, and I am in the most pain I've ever been in my life.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
Yeah.
But I am fighting through the pain. We're gonna do this.
That's, you know what? That's what we do for you listeners. We fight through the pain.
Yeah.
Physical, emotional, all of it.
Yep.
Yeah. We mask it with a mask with a smile on it. Much like the grabber does in the Black Phone.
Yes.
What's that guy's deal?
I believe he is what is called a creep.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense. I had forgotten about that clinical diagnosis.
And also a child killer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not great.
No, not great. Yeah, definitely not the best of our society has to offer.
Yeah. Oof. The Black Phone.
The Black Phone.
So you had seen this.
I have, yeah. I forgot quite a bit of it.
Yeah.
So, it was like, in the middle of watching, I'm like, okay, I remember this now.
Yeah.
But, prior to watching it a second time, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's like I could have told you the basics. Kid gets, kidnapped, locked in the basement. Black Phone rings, ghost talk to him.
Yeah. Yeah, I knew basically nothing about this. I think I mentioned maybe in the last episode.
Yeah.
Other than creepy mask and I guess magic phone. So I came into this pretty fresh.
Right. And, you were right.
I was. Yeah. Yeah. Go me. Just guessing the broadest things based on photos I've seen on the internet and the title of the movie.
I guess the title does kind of give away a big plot element.
It does, yeah. So I guess, we know the phone is black.
Sure.
Which is fine. I don't see color when it comes to phones, but, this one is black, and I guess that's important. All phones matter.
Sure.
But we didn't know what the phone does based on the title, so,
Fair.
Yeah, I got the magic part, right?
Right.
I guess.
It could... It could have been a metaphor.
It could have been. That's true.
I don't know.
That's true.
It is not. It's about a magic phone.
I was going to say it could be that the phone rings and then you die, and because we were just talking about the Scream movies,
True.
that is sort of what happens in those.
Oh, yeah, very true.
Yeah,
it could have been some sort of a Ringu type situation.
Mm-hmm.
The phone rings and you have 7 days.
Yeah.
And somehow Ethan Hawke is involved.
Yes. He's the girl getting out of the well.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got the hair like it.
He does. Oh, he's great. Ethan Hawke is awesome. Like, he doesn't... we don't see his face for pretty much most of... Like, we see it for maybe 2 minutes.
Yeah. We see halves of it at different times.
Yeah.
But never the whole thing at once.
Yeah. And he's doing real well.
Yeah.
Using just what we can see. Really just enjoy Ethan Hawke.
Is this just an in general thing?
Just in general.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I got nothing against him.
Yeah.
But also fairly ambivalent.
Okay.
Like I wouldn't run out and see anything just because Ethan Hawke's in it.
Yeah. That's true. I guess I wouldn't either, but I enjoy it when I see him and stuff.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, the premise of this movie was just, okay, I'll see this movie.
Yeah.
But the iconography.
Yeah.
Iconography.
Yes, you can.
Iconography.
Yeah.
Of the creepy ass mask, like on the posters and in the trailers, was a huge selling point as well.
Yeah.
And I did enjoy his previous team up with Scott Derrickson, Sinister.
Okay.
And so I thought, okay, sure. I will see this movie eventually at some point.
Nice. Yeah, I haven't seen Sinister or its sequel.
You can skip the sequel.
Okay, good to know.
I won't tell you that much.
Okay.
Sinister is good. It's a twist movie.
Okay.
And knowing the twist kind of ruins the sequel.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that sucks.
Yep.
If I watched the sequel first? No?
No, it's still a bad movie.
Still a bad movie, okay.
Yeah, because it also hinges on the lone returning character from the first movie.
Okay.
Who has no name.
Gotcha. So is it Sinister?
No.
No? Okay.
No.
Is there a character called Sinister?
No, but
okay.
There's a demon.
Gotcha.
Who I guess you could call him Sinister.
Okay.
But no, the actor who plays Max in this movie.
Oh, okay.
James Ranson. He plays a deputy in the first movie who has no name. Literally has no name.
Interesting.
And then he returns in the second movie as the main character, still has no name.
That's really weird.
Yep.
Though I guess, the grabber didn't have a name.
No, but, he's clearly just the villain.
Yeah.
And that's fine.
Yeah.
The Thing from John Carpenter's The Thing has no name either.
Okay.
Maybe
the decision to not give him a name was an artistic choice. So that the viewer can more closely relate to him, whoever. Or put themselves in his shoes.
It works well enough in the first movie,
yeah.
but when you decide to base around an entire second film around that, or what he is credited as Deputy So-and-so.
Oh. Okay, you just lost me. What the fuck? Okay, alright, I'm done.
So, yeah, Sinister 2. Don't watch it.
Okay, good to know. Yeah, I recognized Scott Derrickson's name, but I couldn't think of why, and then I looked him up, and he directed Doctor Strange.
He did.
And that's, I think, the only other thing that I'd seen of his that he directed.
I had seen that. I've obviously I'm a big Sam Raimi fan, but there is definitely a part of me that was very curious about what he was planning with Baron
Mordo.
No, Baron Mordo and just the multiverse of madness.
Oh yeah.
In general, that he was removed from that picture.
I guess I forgot that he was removed from that.
Yeah.
That's a bummer.
Yeah. But I've seen, Doctor Strange and Sinister, and he directed one of the direct-to-video Hellraiser sequels.
Oh, wow. Okay.
That I watched a couple months ago.
Nice.
All of them in a row. He didn't do a terrible one.
Okay.
It wasn't the worst one.
Okay.
I can say that much.
Middling praise.
Yep.
So yeah, yeah, I don't know what I expected. I didn't expect I know I said magic phone, but I guess I kind of thought that would be the lone supernatural element of it. I did not expect psychic powers from a little girl, but then I remembered the thing in the credits where this is based on a short story by Joe Hill, and I was like, oh, that's very Stephen King-y.
Yeah.
Have a little girl with powers. So, yeah, it's they're very, very, I feel like, Stephen King-y vibe throughout the whole story.
Yeah, I mean, you've got a killer who collects children via balloon.
Yeah.
I mean...
the scene where Gwenny is riding her bike in, the galoshes and the coat.
In the rain.
Very itty.
Yep. There's, intentional or not, some very Stephen King heavy type stuff in this movie. But that's, what else are you going to get when you have Joe King as, your inspiration?
That's true. That's true. I see what you did there.
Joe Hill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where do they, what are their real names? Do you know? Because, there's Stephen King, and there's Richard Bachman, and there's Joe Hill, and they all have different last names. What's the true name?
Stephen King.
Stephen King is his real name. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Richard Bachman is just a pseudonym.
Just a pseudonym. Okay.
Which he took up to see if he could sell a story based on the power of his writing alone and not just his name.
Gotcha. Okay.
And Joe Hill, I believe, changed his name to that so that he would not be, that's the son of Stephen King.
The power of his writing.
Right.
Gotcha. Okay.
Even though I believe that was just an openly known kind of thing.
Yeah.
When he started writing anyway, so.
Oh boy.
Yep. I'm not very familiar with much of anything Joe Hill has ever done.
Yeah, I think maybe I read a little bit of Lock and Key.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm not really familiar with his stuff either. I know he did all those, what were the I guess Hill House.
Oh, yeah.
What it was, right?
Yep.
For DC.
I did read at least the first issues of Plunge and Daphne Byrne.
Yeah. Plunge is the Stuart Immonen one,
yeah,
right? Yeah.
Which I
obviously
literally only bought those two for the art.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who did the Daphne Byrne one?
Kelly Jones.
Okay.
Yeah. You put two of my favorite comic artists on a book, I'm going to check it out, especially when one of them had been in retirement for 5 years.
Right.
And then apparently has swiftly gone back.
Yeah. Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
Good for him.
I think he's doing Avengers covers right now.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, all of Marvel's artists base their style on Stuart Immonen, so
Oh, okay.
I feel like was he doing an X-Men book
at one point in time? Yeah.
And then whatever style he was using on that, I feel like every artist that followed, there are a bunch of big name Marvel artists who I feel like are all just aping Immonen's style.
Okay.
I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just me. Anyway.
Okay.
Hot Marvel Comics art takes.
It's probably because I've ignored most of the X-Men output for the last 6 years that I've just never noticed, I guess.
Yeah, all right.
But sure.
Which one did he do? All New X-Men?
I think so, yeah.
The one with Bendis? Yeah. Okay. Anyway.
Yeah.
The Black Phone.
Black Phone.
So, yeah, I mean, the I guess there's not a ton of plot to talk about.
Yeah, basically there's yeah, kind of. Yeah. There's a kidnapper going around taking children. They never come back, never heard from again, and we follow some of them through the eyes of our main character Finney, who then surprise gets taken.
Yeah. That sucked.
Then we see what has been happening, and then
hilarity ensues.
Hilarity ensues.
No, not really.
But yeah, then there's a black phone in his prison essentially. That rings, and the former inhabitants talk to him.
Yeah.
And essentially kind of give him clues on how he can possibly escape.
It was really cool.
It is.
I really liked that.
Yeah. And then, yeah, as you mentioned, his sister is out there in the real world having psychic dreams.
Yeah. Apparently something passed down from their mom.
Yep.
So that's interesting.
Yeah. I feel like the first time I watched it, I felt like you, that it was just like, well, this is a surprising turn of events.
Yeah. Yeah, not a complaint.
No, not at all.
And the actress who plays Gwen is great.
Yep. I mean, just like when she calls a couple of cops a couple of fucking fart knockers right off the bat, I was like, well, she's my favorite.
Yeah, on board with whatever she's selling. She gets it. Yeah, she swears a lot, and it's almost always hilarious.
Yep. I enjoy children swearing.
Me too.
It's. I mean, we've talked, I'm sure, about just children's movies in general, and this is kind of a children's movie.
Kind of,
but also clearly not.
Yeah, I mean, it's a children's movie the way that like It is a children's movie.
Yeah,
it's a movie about kids.
Yeah, and starring kids, but also like not pulling any punches as far as just the horrific world around them.
Yeah,
and also not sugarcoating how kids act either.
Yeah,
so, especially in the 70s.
Yeah, I feel like some of the violence that made me the sort of cringiest was kid-on-kid violence just at school.
Right.
Like, or out at a convenience store. Just kids beating each other up and cutting each other and yeah, it was would not have wanted to be a kid. Would not ever want to be a kid again. I never had any fights like that or anything, and I'm very glad for it.
Same. I mean, yeah, a couple of scrapes, and I did get beaten up quite a bit as a child myself, but but not to the extent as in this movie, because the 70s apparently were just fucking wild.
Yeah.
And it's also a socio-economical thing too,
Yeah.
And I feel, I don't know for sure, but I feel like you grew up fairly well off.
Yeah, I mean, I went to private school.
Yeah.
And fine. You got me.
And not as well off, but, fine.
Yeah.
Definitely solid middle class, and I feel like the town that they live in here is probably just a little bit under middle class.
Yeah.
Mostly hinted at by just their father, played by Jeremy Davies.
I love Jeremy Davies.
When exactly was it that he sort of became Hollywood's go-to white trash dude?
I think Justified.
Okay.
I think it's probably when that happened, because the only thing that I knew him from before that was Lost.
Right.
And he was definitely not that on Lost. He's like a physicist or something on Lost. But yeah, on Justified, when he started cutting his own hair for Justified, I think is when that happens.
Because I'd seen a couple of movies where he, like, not necessarily suave or anything like that, but definitely, of a higher brow than a lot of everything that I've seen him in lately.
Yeah.
He definitely seems to be the guy who's like, hey, he's kind of already got a mullet. Let's just get him.
Exactly. He's already cutting his own hair. And doesn't care what it looks like. Yeah, I do really like him. He's great.
Yeah, he is fantastic. He's kind of a monster in this movie.
He is, yeah. He's an abusive father.
Yep. At the end of the movie, spoilers, it felt nothing for him.
Yeah, me too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just like, Jesus Christ, these kids they're just fucked no matter what.
Yeah, I mean, if I felt anything, I felt like, well, I don't think that Finn and Gwen are going to take any more of this shit from him, probably.
Hopefully.
Yeah. Because Finn killed a
guy. Yep. Spoiler.
Yeah, well, you know what? Whatever.
It's movie's been out like a year and a half.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, the ghosts tell Finn like little hints and tricks, and he winds up utilizing them all at the end and killing the fuck out of Ethan Hawke.
His arm really is mint.
It really is.
At first, so the first two kids that we know are taken are named Bruce and Robin.
Yep.
And I wondered if maybe the grabber was basing his victims on DC Comics character names. But that did not appear to be the case, because I can't think of a Finn.
Yeah, I can't either.
Yeah, just Adventure Time. Was there a Jake?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, well, fuck. I don't know.
Yeah.
There's no rhyme or reason to it, apparently.
Nope.
What you got?
I got nothing. I enjoyed this movie.
I did too, yeah. I mean, did you have a good nap?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know the barking dog woke you up.
Yeah.
When he breaks out of the house the first time.
Yeah. I mean, I'm tired.
I know, I understand.
I haven't slept well in like a week.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Yeah. No, yeah, it's quieter than I expected it to be too.
Yeah.
But in a really good way. Like it's really just about Finn being captive and figuring out how to get out.
Yeah.
And yeah, the way it all came together at the end, I thought was really good.
Yeah.
The thing with the stakes, like when he digs his way into the freezer and he starts pulling the stakes out, I was like, who the fuck cares if there's stakes in there? But they had to make sure you saw the stakes so that when he threw one to the dog later, it was like, oh, so they got me there. You got me, Scott.
It's a nice little puzzle.
It's very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also, I enjoy the fact that there's no real in-depth explanation as to like Gwenny's powers or anything like that. I feel like I mean, I know this is based on a short story, but I feel like if it had been, and again, I've never really read anything by Joe Hill, but I feel like if Stephen King had written it, there'd be just a massive explanation into like why she has powers.
Yeah.
Which would take up a good portion of that story.
Yeah.
I think I also read that Scott Derrickson did change quite a bit about the story as well.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
And like no details were given, but I believe it is mentioned that he changed quite a bit of it to be a little autobiographical.
Oh, interesting.
So,
Huh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Did he also have The Shining when he was a kid?
Either that or he was kidnapped and talked to dead kids on a phone.
Okay. All right. Interesting.
The only two possibilities.
Sorry, Scott.
That's why he directs horror movies now.
Yes, I guess so. And Doctor Strange.
Yeah. And has a weird upside down name on Twitter.
Does he?
Yeah.
How do you do that?
I don't know.
Okay. Are you on the blue sky yet?
Nope.
No? Okay.
No. I'm done.
You done
with
social media altogether? Yep. Okay. Yeah. Good for you.
I'll stick around on Twitter till it fizzles out, but yeah, I'm not going anywhere else.
Yeah.
Like I tried Hive, and it's just as sad as it is for me to say. It took me a long time to build my following on Twitter.
No, me too.
Yeah. Which of course is none.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I'm lucky if you ever see a tweet that I make.
I feel lucky too on those days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now you got to start all over again on like the Hive and Mastodon and now Blue Sky and whatever.
Yeah.
I can't.
It's a lot of work.
Yeah. I'm almost 45 years old. I'm physically broken. I am mentally broken. Just one extra thing. I'm not doing it.
Yeah, that's fair. That's totally fair.
So you can still catch me on Twitter.
Excellent. All right. Going down with Elon's ship.
Yep.
You know what? Me too. Like, I'm on Blue Sky.
Yeah.
And I'll use it, and I'm enjoying it so far.
All right.
But I will still go down with the Twitter ship.
That's good. Yeah. I mean, as long as you're not paying, and as long as I'm not paying for it, then, I feel we're fine.
Exactly. Yeah.
And in fact, I enjoy the payment system now because it makes those people easier to find and block.
It's true. Very true. Yeah. It's confusing to me that there are some people who still have the blue check.
Yeah.
That are not paying for it.
Right.
Because it makes me want to block them.
Very true. Yep.
Yeah. Whatever.
Yeah. Oh, well.
Who knows? Maybe by the time this episode comes out, Twitter will have completely collapsed.
It's possible.
One can hope.
Fingers crossed.
The black phone is what I use to send my tweets.
From beyond.
Right. Ooh. Ghosts.
So I feel like, I don't know if I've ever mentioned this before, but I feel like there is kind of a thing in horror movies that modern technology has made horror movies a lot harder to make.
Yeah.
And this one circumvents all of it by taking place in 1978. Mm-hmm. Which just kind of made me feel good.
It is nice.
Yeah. It brings the movie kind of an extra cozy feeling to it.
Mm-hmm.
And I wouldn't call this a slow burn movie, again, because it's also only a little over an hour and a half. And,
yeah.
Like, it takes a little while before Finn is kidnapped, but not that long.
Yeah, it gets to it pretty fast, I think.
Yeah. But, it also, we get to the root of it pretty quickly. Like, we see our first kidnapping, or at least it's hinted at very heavily pretty early on.
Yeah.
But it's just kind of, I mean, I feel like if I say leisurely pace, that makes it feel like it's kind of a bad thing, but it's real not.
No, it's not at all.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not a high octane thriller.
No.
It's a quiet thriller.
Yeah.
And I think it's better for it.
Yeah, even when the police get involved and they're like, getting into their like final leads or whatever, which their leads are all just a little girl who has dreams.
Right. Yeah.
I think, any other movie would have had, screaming sirens and crazy cameras, running through the house, first person views.
Yeah.
But they avoid all that too. So
yeah.
Even the all the cops pulling up to the house scene is still relatively quiet. Like even my cat was not disturbed by the police sirens, and they always get him.
Yeah, I think this movie uses silence really well. Mm-hmm. Like because we watched it with closed captions, and there are a lot of times where like there's dialogue happening, but we don't hear what it is. We just see it happening, and then there's just music playing.
Yeah,
and I thought that was really effective, just mood setting.
Yeah,
and maybe contributed to just the overall vibe of the movie as sort of a quiet drama.
Yeah.
Like realistic-ish, plus Psychic Girl.
Sure.
So,
and
yeah.
Ghost phones.
And ghost phones, yeah.
Which Ethan Hawke may or may not be able to hear.
Yes, yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like he heard the last one.
He definitely heard the last one.
Yeah.
Couple needle drops in the movie.
Uh-huh.
The one with the pinball kid.
Yeah.
Is one of my favorite songs of all time.
I don't think I'd ever heard that song before.
I oddly associate it just to myself.
Okay.
This is just an association that I have drawn myself.
Oh boy.
To the return of Barry Allen storyline in The Flash.
Why? That's interesting.
Just some of the lyrics match up to kind of the things that happen in that storyline.
Okay, all right. I'll have to listen to it again.
Yeah, it's called Fox on the Run.
Nice.
By The Sweet.
Okay. All right.
Who, more famously, their biggest song is Ballroom Blitz.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I love Ballroom Blitz.
Yeah?
That's a great fucking song.
They've got some good stuff out there.
Yeah, all right. Nice. Yeah, I liked the one with the Pink Floyd song from is it Dark Side of the Moon? I think that was
On the Run. Yep.
Yeah, I liked that.
That was good because that just added to the mood.
Yeah, because there's no lyrics to that one.
Yeah. And I mean that was during like the police search scene.
Yeah.
Which, I think added a hecticness to it that wasn't actually there filmically.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which just kind of really cranked up the tension.
Yeah.
Of, like, are they going to get to Finn in time? And then to find out that they're in the wrong place.
Yeah, I thought that was great.
Yeah.
And it reminded me of Silence of the Lambs.
Yeah.
So like I sort of expected it, but it still is really well done.
Yeah. Finn's escape and then
the discovery of the bodies.
Right.
Yeah.
Like all ties in together very well. And, that Gwenny sees him first before anyone else. It's a real nice touch.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, good movie.
Yeah,
that we have ruined entirely for you.
You know what? It's still worth watching.
It is.
Yeah. It's still just a nicely paced, well plotted thriller.
Yeah. I mean, I would say outside of the supernatural elements, not really qualifying as a horror movie.
Yeah, definitely not.
I mean, I guess it is. I guess child kidnapping and murder is kind of horrific.
It is. Yeah, you're right. But again, I feel like aside from one moment that I can think of, most of the violence is kid on kid.
Yeah. and there's no like jump scares or anything like that.
Yeah. That was part of it too. Is like I expected there to be jump scares.
Right.
Like when he's trying to figure out the combination to get out of the house, I definitely expected the grabber to come up behind him at one point.
Right.
And it just didn't happen. So yeah, I really liked that a lot.
I do like the revelation that the crazy cokehead is the Greiber's brother who's been living there the whole time.
Right. That was brilliant, honestly. And who's trying to solve the case.
Right.
Oh, good stuff.
Yeah. And then, of course, there's the iconic shirtless Ethan Hawke sitting in a mask in a kitchen.
That's right, just holding a strap.
Yep.
Yeah. The mask, I wanted to talk about the mask.
Okay.
The mask is awesome.
Yeah, it is.
It's a two-piece mask.
Yep.
And he's got interchangeable mouths.
Yep.
Which is so cool.
It really is.
And sometimes he's wearing all of it, and sometimes he's just wearing the bottom of it.
Yep.
Sometimes just the top, and
yep.
Yeah, it was just really cool.
It's maybe one of the best monster movie masks I've seen in quite a while.
Yeah.
And it's just clever.
Yeah.
And it works so well. I think the first time we really see it, it's the one with no mouth.
With no mouth, yes.
Yeah. Which is the trailer and everything like all presented the one with the Joker grin.
Yeah.
Mostly just him wearing the bottom part of it.
Yeah.
So yeah, when you're watching the movie and you see the different variations that it has, it's pretty sweet.
It's very cool.
I don't know how successful this movie is, but it'd be nice to see that at Halloween, people wearing the different variations of the grabber mask.
Yeah. Did they? I feel like maybe they're working on a sequel to it.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I might have heard that somewhere. Might also have dreamt it. Like the little girl.
Yeah.
Well, very good movie.
If there is, hopefully it's better than Sinister 2. which I don't know if Scott Derrickson directed that one or not.
Okay.
I think he wrote it, though.
Okay.
Which is disappointing.
That is disappointing. Yeah.
But again, highly recommend Sinister.
Excellent. All right. Give characters names.
Yep.
Is anything making you happy this week?
Let me think. I read a book that you've probably recommended to me numerous times, but I finally broke down and read it. Was Mark Russell and Richard Pace's Second Coming.
Hell yeah.
The story of Jesus returning to Earth and teaming up with a Superman-type character.
Right.
It was fantastic.
It's so good. Yeah, the third series of that is running right now.
Yeah.
It's been really good so far.
Yeah, I just finished the first volume. I started it last week and I finished it today. It's just especially towards the beginning of it, I was like taking pictures of panels and sending them to my girlfriend of just different things that God would be saying, or even just Jesus when he's like at his most philosophical.
Yeah.
Because I was like, man, this book has just got some real truths happening here.
Yeah.
And also hilarious.
Yeah. Mark Russell is an incredible writer.
Yeah.
Like I pretty much read everything that he writes now, and I'm yet to be disappointed.
I've definitely become a fan, especially after One Star Squadron, which I feel is like one of the best mainstream books that came out last year.
Yeah.
And this was super good. Cracked up at the Heaven's Food Court.
Yes.
I did take one issue with it, though.
Yeah.
One of the gag behind it is that it is full of restaurants that no longer exist.
Right.
But one of the restaurants they show is Rax.
Yeah.
I went to a Rax last September.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
In Circleville, Ohio.
Interesting. I did not know there was still a Rax.
Yep.
That's amazing. Wow. You win a no prize,
Yeah.
I think, is what that means.
Sweet.
An ahoy noi prize.
So it's from Australia?
Yes, it is. Yeah. Oh boy. I'm glad you enjoyed that.
Yeah, I thank you for possibly recommending it to me.
It probably came up at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah. I tend to tell people just to read Mark Russell books. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will. At this point, I think I'm definitely going to be checking out his Flintstones book.
Yeah.
And you've also recommended Exit Stage Left before. So
yeah, Snagglepuss is fantastic.
Yeah.
And a good read for Pride Month.
All right.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Happy Pride Month, everyone.
Yeah.
I think it's July by the time you hear this now, but
It's the first day of Pride for us, folks.
it is, yeah.
Yeah.
And we are proud
Yeah.
straight men.
Yeah.
We're proud allies.
Damn right.
What about you, sir?
Oh boy. I saw Moulin Rouge the musical last night, and it was a spectacle,
All right.
and I loved it. I have a complicated relationship with the movie,
Oh.
but have come around to just accept it for what it is,
Okay.
which is just an assault on the senses, but a delightful one.
Okay.
And yeah, the musical loosely adapts the movie, but with a lot of with a lot of new songs because the movie's a musical as well.
Yeah.
And some plot changes, so it wasn't just like watching the movie on stage, which was nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really cool. I really enjoyed it.
Well, I'm glad.
And it's a lot of people strutting around in underwear, which is not a problem.
Okay. I've never seen the movie.
Okay.
Safe to say, I never will.
Yeah, that's probably a safe bet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also,
you would hate it, I think.
Yeah. I did see a musical this past week, but that was I was sort of pressured into it.
Right. That was against your will.
Yeah, I mean, I could have said no.
Yeah.
But I like my girlfriend, and I like she watches a lot of crap that I force on her.
Yeah.
It seems only fair that occasionally I might have to watch A Little Mermaid.
That is fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was fine. I didn't hate it.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Another middling endorsement.
Yep.
So do you have a movie in mind for next week?
Yeah.
I suspect that you do.
I do. I feel like I actually should have had this conversation with you before we started recording.
Yeah.
Because oh boy, I don't know what to do right now. Actually,
okay.
So I'm gonna just go with the easiest choice, I guess.
Okay.
And not the one that I'd really like to, out of fear of just everything being complicated and awkward.
I don't think it would be.
It will be.
Okay.
But what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to steal your movie pick.
Son of a bitch. God damn it. Okay. I'm excited,
though. A couple weeks ago during the computer downtime, we watched the movie Predator for the very first time.
Right.
And me for like the fifth or sixth time or whatever.
Yeah.
And it was delightful. And during our watching and discussion of it, not recorded because no computer.
Yeah.
This was just for funsies.
Yeah, this was a live podcast with no audience.
Yeah. It was brought up that I have never seen Predator 2.
Yeah.
And you said, well, future pick. And so that is what I'm going to pick instead of the other thing.
Okay. Different sequel than I expected, but
yep,
into it.
Yep. So Predator 2.
Excellent.
I believe no recurring characters aside from the Predator.
Aw, that's too bad. All right. Well, yeah, let's do this.
Okay, then.
This is a Predator podcast now.
Sweet?
No, I don't think so.
No, yeah.
I don't know. We'll see how we feel.
I mean, we missed the first one, but
that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, people can watch that on their own time.
That's true.
All right, Predator 2.
Sweet.
Next week.
Goodbye.
Thank you for listening to The Viewmasters. You can subscribe to the show directly at view.guttertrash.net or at iTunes and leave us a review. Visit view.guttertrash.net for email information and links to Facebook and Twitter. We'll see you next time on The Viewmasters.